Hi, I'm Empty Pockets and welcome to Pockets World. This is not the video I originally intended to release. After reviewing the final edit, I came to one conclusion. It's not something I'd want to watch. And if I wouldn't watch it, how could I expect my viewers to? That left me with two choices. Either start over and rebuild the entire video from scratch from my previous save, or turn it into a showcase instead. I decided to go with the latter. Before I continue, a quick update. I've decided not to install the latest Minecraft update after taking a closer look at everything it adds. In the end, I don't feel it benefits my overall plans, so I decided to stick with the 1.21.11 version and wait for the next major update before making a jump. Now let's dive in and take a look at what I've been up to. Let's start by seeing why I'm on this ridge. I've laid out the build I want to do. I've seen this fellow creator that I follow do this build and I just like it. I've added to it, so it's not going to be exactly like his, but it's something I want to do. This is going to be the main part, sort of more decorative than anything else. Underneath here I want to put a storeroom. On this side will be my living quarters, workshops, etc. And a way up to the top floor here. This will be my bedroom. I only like tiny bedrooms. And through here I want a path that goes down there somewhere. I'm not sure where, don't know which way to lead it yet. But it'll come up here and through here. In fact, I'll probably have this path linked to the spawn eventually. So yeah, that's what I've been up to, laying this out, working it out, working out the build in creative. Now I'm ready to put it up here. I've also been grinding a lot. I've got jungle, I've got acacia, I've got cherry, those three wood types, and I've also got bamboo somewhere. I believe that's in there. I've also been chopping down mushrooms for their blocks and mushroom stem, as well as collecting more grimstone and more tuff. Well, in actual fact, that's the tuff, that's the grimstone. And for those that don't know what grimstone is, it's the original name for deep slate. In the process of doing that, I actually found a few more diamonds, so I've collected them up and put them up here. That is how I ended up getting an axe as well as a pickaxe. Now, being able to fully enchant these because of the books I fish up from fishing. So I'm happy about that. Their efficiency 5s, etc, etc, etc. So yeah, that's the top end here. That's the grind I did. That took most of the time because I grew most of the trees and had to wait for them to grow. That was the long bit. Chopping them down was the easy bit. I've also been continuing with the crops and I've got a fair bit now. I really have. I've got virtually a full, but almost full. That's full, that's full, and I've got this lot. I'm going to get out of here. I've got a nice wheat field now. I've planted melons because I found them in the jungle. And I'm still collecting pumpkins. Now down here, I've changed the fishing hut. Simply because I want this area to relatively match with what I'm building on, what I'm going to build on the ridge. So this is now mushroom stem. It's not the original wood that I had. That is up there. I've kept that the same. I've also changed the roof. If you can see it from here. And the front end, I've changed that as well. It used to be a flat roof. It's now an apex roof. I've also lowered the roof down a block. Inside, I've changed this out by taking that out one more block. I've put barrels up there, put item frames up, and that's what shows in the barrels. Any item frames that are up that have nothing in, well, they're not full up yet or have anything in them. So yeah, it's better organised, let's put it that way. Up here, I've put in barrels along here and along here. There is barrels behind this, I've just not worried about using them yet. And of course, these are all my books I've been fishing up, and there's a fair few there. I've also got lots of name tags, which is one of the reasons I don't want to update, because I can get them from fishing. And pretty much, apart from the tiny babies you can get, that's pretty much the update for the 26.1.2, so I'm not really interested in that. So yeah, fishing spot still works. I believe this looks better. I then came into this docking area and actually did this properly the way I wanted it. So as you can see, I've used a combination of spruce slabs, campfires, and a little bit of dark oak slabs here and there to actually decorate it with. The boats won't slip underneath because I've got trapdoors and slabs under these, so they don't slip under. I've left this side open just for the sake of getting boats out and putting them here if I want to. And at some point, one of the bees got trapped in there, so I've left him there. I then moved the bee nest from up there to over here. I'm doing this in order, by the way, of how I did things. So I've now moved the bee nest up here. I may put a honey farm up here, to tell you the truth, small one. So the bees are in here, put a campfire below that so I can clip that whenever I want. I'm not going to do it just yet, I'll just use that as and when I need it. Down here, running. Now along this dock, as you can see, I've now put in the build I wanted here. It's rather a shame because I wanted to show you how I did this. But basically it's a tunnel. It's just a hollowed out log, huge one. And you come through here and we've got some storage here. This is a door up to the build up above. I'll show you that shortly. And if you come through here, we've got a little... Didn't mean to do that. We've got a little work area with furnaces. This one's for food, that one's a general one. Got a stone cutter, crafting table, got some barrels for storage. This side I've got a map area with books. As you can see, I've started the map. I haven't been that far though. And in here's a little sort of cosy fire. It serves no purpose and looking good, I suppose. I'm going to put brewing here if I need to do so. So I haven't got much materials yet. I certainly haven't got nether wart. That's for now. And in here is the bedroom. This side I've got my book. I still haven't written anything in yet. Do have one somewhere. I put some chests up there with a pot. Some more storage, well, the shelves and storage here. I've got a nice bed area with a picture and a flower pot. Got a light here. This picture, I was putting, I was hoping for a small picture just in this corner, and this one came out, and I thought I like that, so kept it. So behind there's just wood. That's it. Now I put a little sofa in here. As I said, it's more decorative than practical. That's this area. Now, get the mud. I was thinking I'd have to do it all by hand, lay out the mud on the ground and better sleep before I do anything else. Get back to that thought in a minute. Right, back to it. That's better. Right. Yeah, I'll go up this way. This door, I've walked past this door so many times, it's untrue. I walked off in there, splashed in the water. As you can see, this is where the boats come in. It keeps me safe from the outside. I've put 2 windows there. So, I'm happy with that. If I come up here, I've grounded this a bit with bushes and a bit of sugar cane here. Water's hidden. I've got a tree up here. I might actually take this tree down at some point. I've put a custom one in there, but that's for a project for later. I've put in bushes here. I'll come to this in a minute. Again, I've got some trees here. Basically, I want to hide this as much as possible, the top area of it at least. So the only place you can see it from, and this dock, is from the front. This is a broken branch off of this that's still attached with some leaves on it. Quite sure how they got there, but you know. It's Minecraft. I planted some sugar cane here. This is going to be a permanent thing. I'm not moving them. Again, I'll decorate up this area as we go. And this is the chimney from the fire downstairs. Now, during the grind, I thought to myself, because I was going to lay out all the mud and do bottle by bottle, but then realised I had the parts to build my mud generator, my mud farm. So that's exactly what I did. I built this. Again, mushroom stems, putting a floor up there, and this makes my mud. I'm not going to demonstrate it. I'll leave, if you look at the top corner, there'll be a link to the actual mud farm part itself. I've got some wheat in here to make mud blocks. This is basically decoration. Up top here, go up here, crafting table, get another stone cutter, some storage, handles, a bed, chest, and it's open up here. I didn't close it off. I quite like this the way it is. Now if we come down here, yes, there is a trapdoor up there. I just didn't close it. We come back out into this area here, so it's an escape route if needed. So overall, I think I did pretty well considering the amount of work I've had to put into this. That was hard to do because I had to work around what I had there in the first place. And then I built this before I did anything else after I've got the mushrooms. And then I had to go and do the grind with all the trees. So yes, it's been a project and a half. So of course this one came first, but that's what I've been up to. Now if you stand here on the ridge, all you can see is these two buildings here. You can't actually see the dock that well, which is basically what I want. I want it sort of hidden down there. And as for this log here, this big giant log, you can't see it, so not really. I do intend hiding that though. My apologies for the change of direction this episode, but on a positive note, you did get to see my progress. Between episodes, I'll be doing some prep work for the build along the ridge. That includes laying out the pathway through the middle, as well as preparing the patios. In the next episode, we'll head over the hill to check out the two nearby villages and see what they have to offer. That's going to wrap things up for today. If you've enjoyed the episode, be sure to smash that like button. Drop a comment to help boost the engagement. It genuinely does make a huge difference. And consider subscribing so you don't miss the next episode. Before you go, hit one of the end cards on screen. Keep watching. I'm Empty Pockets and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care. Bye.